Here we are at episode 2 of the farm tour video series. Tonight we will be checking out the hoop houses. So this is the hoop house, or one of the hoop houses. It is a greenhouse, plastic covering it that we can close and everything. And so when I first arrived at the internship, there were beets, carrots, radishes, scallions, and an early planting of peas. And so that was in April. They use this hoop house for crop extension, so it's very cold here in Sisters, and there's potential for freezing until mid-June. But with the greenhouse, you can start early successions of crops, and so that's what they did. We harvested it pretty early on though, and we were able to plant some more stuff in here, which I will show you now. So these are pole beans. Well, bad. Yeah, they obviously like to climb stuff. They're really cool. We haven't really seen any beans yet. I don't know if I wouldn't even know what they look like. So this is edamame, which apparently got completely munched by deers. See, none of them have their tops. Damn. But we also have asparagus growing in here. Early in the year, there was just one asparagus would just be sticking out of the ground, and I would rip them off and eat them, and they were so good. But they take, I think, at least 2 to 3 years to actually produce something. So this is what they look like pretty early. They're kind of just like a giant mini tree. And I think that asparagus seeds will be coming off of here or something, and then maybe falling in the ground. I should really ask someone about this. But we also have bush beans way down there. Look pretty bushy, and we are growing a cover crop in here. In that far bed, that is a cover crop. It's buckwheat. A cover crop is something that is used, so you grow it and then you chop it down and turn it into the soil, and it provides it with nutrients, or an organic matter for all the decomposers in there. So we use buckwheat. It takes 30 days for it to get to flour, and then that's when we chop it down. This is just a really early planting of it, so they're tiny, pretty cute, but they'll grow up and be just like this. Yeah. Let's go check out the other one. This is hoop house 1. There's nothing in here but some lone sunflowers. That one looks really sad. We did have some buckwheat in here, but we already went through the process of cutting it down and turning it back into the soil. And then my boss, Audrey, she came in here with this cool tilling machine, mini tractor thing, and she recreated the beds. It looks really nice. And so now we're deciding if we will plant another succession of carrots and beets to then again create that season extension, and then give them to the schools for their school lunches. Yeah, and to water in here we have drip line. Usually it's on top of the beds, and there are little holes a foot apart, and they drip out water. And usually you would plant the plant right next to the hole, so it gets that immediate supply. And we also have overhead, so there are some sprinklers, and they come out. It's kind of like rain effect. Yeah, but we don't really rely on these hoop houses and really use them to their full potential, because we have a really new big greenhouse, which will be another episode. Yeah, and there's the moon looking really nice and pretty. So stay tuned. Night.